What's good, everybody? Now I know it's working for sure. S- if you jumped on a second ago, yeah, sorry about that. First time actually going live like through YouTube. Normally I'm connected on like a third party app. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't even need to explain it. But yeah, I do want to get into some good stuff today. Some things I've been looking at, of course, everything going on in just a few of my interests. First of all, being trading, following the U.S. news, following the inauguration, executive orders, all that type of stuff. Just staying in tune with all that because it all does affect the markets. But then, of course, the first two things I want to talk about today involve the crypto market. Oh man, we have to talk about some things that I have discovered as of literally yesterday. I discovered this yesterday, and then actually one of my followers on my Instagram, um, he had asked me about a coin. So I'm gonna speak on that a little bit. Pull up some stuff here that I've been researching, that I've been looking at. Um, yeah, we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go from there, and we go ahead and share this so that I know people know I'm here. Q, my boy, can you hear me? You can hear me, right?
Q, my boy, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me. I can hear
Q, my
myself.
boy, can you hear me?
All right, let me go post this on Instagram real quick. One sec. Yeah, man, Instagram was being weird. Literally told me that I couldn't freaking bet. Yeah, bruh. Well, I'm gonna get started here in a sec. But Instagram literally said I can't go live on there for 3 months on my trading page. I'm like, what? 3 months? That's kind of OD. All right, but let's see here. Share, copy. Man, while we're at it, if you don't already, go give us a follow on our Instagram at Bloom Entities on our Instagram page. Go and shoot us a follow. You can find us on Facebook as well. And if you don't, better hit that subscribe button as you're on this channel. All right, so let me just title this so they know it's some important stuff coming. Any reason why? I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. It allowed me to schedule one today for 1:40, but I wasn't gonna wait for that. Um, so yeah. So yeah. All right. Let's just get started. I just posted that on the socials, but the first thing, bro, I had to talk about is HBAR. First thing I want to talk about is HBAR. So I discovered something yesterday. There's a company called I'm gonna pull it up as well. I have my links here. There's a company called WorldPay, and let me share my screen. This company right here, WorldPay, and this company, as you see right here, WorldPay opens a world of opportunity for each merchant, no matter their size, with an unrivaled understanding of global payments. And one thing that I've kind of tried to wrap my mind around is like why why is this such a big part when it comes to the shift in the financial system? And it really takes you a second to think about how many transactions happen every day, like just between like us as consumers. Like we're not even talking about on like a corporate level or a, government level. We're talking about just us as consumers. And so that's one thing that I've really started to wrap my mind around more. And why I'm just that's not the main reason why I'm so bullish on it, but when it comes to the institutional and global adoption, like it's it it's going to be an inevitable thing because it's already so heavily integrated. Like as you see right here, so this is a company, they can't put this stuff on the site without them working with these companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Amazon, United Airlines, Etsy, Experian, Wayfair, Booking.com, like, so already companies that are maybe using their online payment system, using their POS system, point of sale system. So if you have a business and you need to take um, transactions, they provide that, card machines, all that. So I'm gonna get around to why this has is tied into HBAR, but then look at this. They are already doing 52 billion transactions per year and in 146 countries across the world. Now, what I don't know, what I haven't really uncovered is, are they doing crypto already? Um, which I'm assuming so, which we can actually uncover that now. But the main reason is because of their relationship with HBAR, right? Their relationship with HBAR. So they just, let me pull this up. Um, you should still be able to see. Okay, you're looking at that. Let me share this one. Stop sharing that one. Let me pull this one up. $52 billion per year, right? Per year. And then you can't see screen. You didn't see the world page screen, or you talking about my new screen? Talking about the new screen? Okay, bad. All right, so let me share. I'll just share this. Can you see my H bar screen now? Yeah, you should be able to see it now, right? Bet. All right. And so this is on HBAR's platform. This is on HBAR's platform. Hedera, right? And look what this is. They're talking about WorldPay as stablecoins reach. Okay, so there we go. We just confirmed it. They have been processing stablecoins, which is the cryptocurrency version of, let's just say, a dollar. A dollar bill, USDC is a stablecoin. USD Tether is a stablecoin. Now we have real USD, which is Ripple Labs USD, aka XRP, aka RippleNet. We already know what XRP is, and I'm not talking about XRP today. I may end up just wiggling into talking about XRP just because it's just so crazy there as well. But there are others like XLM, but HBAR is like honestly probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite one. But they are processing WorldPay is they are already processing stable coins. They're already doing this. And we just saw how many countries they were doing it in. How many countries was it? 146. Like, so when I post on my story, global adoption, this is what I mean. Global adoption. That is what I mean when I say that. And so WorldPay addresses this challenge. So what challenge? Concerns about their backing. Let's see, as Stablecoins reshape global payments. Concerns about their backing persists. So this is one big thing that's being talked about right now when it comes to when you guys are hearing stuff about the Fed and you know uh, gold-backed currencies, right? This is what they're talking about. So when it comes to stable coins, if it's not backed by anything like a physical gold, um, and I would even oppose to ask the question if Bitcoin was okay for it to be backed by, like if a stable coin was backed by Bitcoin. I'm not sure if that is allowed in terms of what we're trying to accomplish. Because if we don't back it by anything, it's pretty much just a dollar. It's just a dollar in a different form, right? It's not backed by anything. Like our dollar is not backed by anything right now. If we all went to the bank right now and said, okay, I need everything in here, okay, today, right now, in this moment, we would go in a meltdown. Banks would go in a meltdown, right? And I was just watching a video. I was just watching a video earlier, and I'm gonna drop it in the comments about the banking system. There are like, I forgot the exact number. I want to ballpark at least 50 plus banks that are on the bridge of shutdown that on the bridge of shutdown and bankruptcy because they can't handle what's going on. And I'm gonna find that video right now and I'm gonna put it in the comments because I was just watching this video yesterday and I was like, wow, that's major. That's major in terms of because I, I haven't got to the U.S. news part of things, but when we talk about paying off debt, and the government bailouts and a chance to print money from the Fed, right? And that's a whole other topic. That's a whole other rabbit hole that if I start going down that rabbit hole, man, I might not be able to come out. But let me do this, put this in the chat. But yeah, if you guys want to tap into that video, the title of it is Why Some of America's Banks Are at Risk of Failing. About 37 minutes. Just a pretty informative video just on the banking system and why this is also so important because the banking system, it's been around for a while, right? And one thing I was thinking about too is just the evolution of things, right? Things evolve over time. Things get better over time. That's just how it goes, right? So I wrote down a few notes before I got on live because I wanted to capture a few thoughts to share. And so one thing, right, what we have to understand is that blockchain is just another way of storing data, right? So everything that is happening currently on like cloud systems for like Chase Bank and how the banking system is currently functioned, it everything is online, right? Everything is online. This, however, would be on like a completely separate like platform than our stuff is stored now, right? And so that's why the transaction speed starts to increase and things become more efficient, things become more transparent because everything is just completely just structured a lot differently. To be honest with you, like my knowledge on blockchain and crypto is enough to be able to analyze the stuff that I'm gonna keep showing, the stuff that I'm gonna show today. But like I don't know as far as when we get real deep into the functionality of proof of stake and proof of work and all these different mechanisms. I understand them once I get into them, but I'm not gonna sit on here and talk about how it's more efficient and better for us when it comes to cryptocurrency. I'm just going to show you all the information when it comes to global adoption, institutional adoption, history stuff. Like the thing is, there has been so much going on for the last things that I'm waking up to as well when it comes to crypto for the last like 5 to 8 years. Like this is not and I got into crypto right around COVID, like COVID 2020, 2021, where I started looking at HBAR was one of the cryptocurrencies that the community that I was in was speaking of, like saying like, this is a good one. And it was crazy to see it full circle come around. And now like Yeah, they're still on top. They got partners with SpaceX. Their governance, oh my gosh, their governance. So like their governance is basically the organization that leads Hedera, right? Like they're all these very high level people, very high level thinkers, and they govern Hedera, right? So right here, so look, Hedera is governed by the world's leading organizations. And we know what a government is, anything that's governed by something, right? And then look what we got here. Let's look at the ones that we recognize. Google. Off of that one alone, I'm sold. I'm sold off of that one alone. But then we got LG. Okay, another one I noticed. We got Dell. Okay, another one I noticed. IBM, right? So there's four that I already know of to be like, for as long as that I've been alive, I've known of these companies. Hitachi, right? ServiceNow. I think I use them at work, right? And this is just so that I'm pretty sure there's 7 more spots they're gonna fill up here, right? So they don't have all the spots filled. So they're looking for 7 more um, govern people to come in and govern there from companies, right? Um, Once again, global adoption, institutional adoption, right? Follow the money, follow the money, follow the money. These are not small companies, right? These are not small companies. And there's WorldPay, we were just talking about a second ago. Dang, and it shows you when they partnered. So look, they've been a partner since 2019. Huh? You mean to tell me they've been doing this? Like they've been partners since 2019. That's crazy that I just seen that. What about Google? Google since 2020. LG 2020. IBM 2019. Dell 2023. Wow. ServiceNow 2021. Like this Ubisoft, we know what Ubisoft is, right? I'm pretty sure they developed, yeah, right there it says sector, gaming and entertainment. That's a whole nother thing that I'm going to talk about next when it comes to Visa and the VTAP. Um, not Visa, Sony. So I didn't put that on the description, but Sony. I want to get into Sony. I posted a little link on it, my Instagram. But just when I think about cryptocurrency, it is so far bigger than just like the coin and like it increasing in value. Like it truly is bigger than just increasing in value because I'm looking at the big picture and the scale of what we're about to move into. And one thing I wanted to say was we are dealing with the next evolution of technology. That's all we're dealing with, guys. That's all we have to understand. We are dealing with the next evolution of technology. Like, so we have to dumb it down in a sense because it's something that is kind of crazy to think about, right? Like cryptocurrency is digital value, like shit just going from, excuse my language, going from 1,000x and people making like putting in $10 and making 50,000, like, and we can't really fathom like why and because it's something we've never seen before, and personally like VR, we got auto self-driving cars, like there's so much happening right now and moving quickly, if I'm being honest. So I can understand, trust me, I can understand the um cautious approach and towards we're more on the side of just sitting on the sideline than being involved with caution. Like trust me, I can understand. It's not like I have a ton of money to go throwing around at these coins and stuff. But that I kind of think of back. I refer to this a lot. Back when Google, Apple, they were all at $10 a share, $20 a share, right? you it's the same type of thing. It's the same type of thing. And the benefit that we have is these coins are really, really early. HBAR is 32 cents, like 35 cents. I know it went up today a little bit to like 35 cents, I'm pretty sure. So we're talking about we put in $100, 50 bucks, $20. You can put in $20, you get about 6 HBAR coins, right? Let's do the math. You get about 6 HBAR coins. Let's just say this goes to $100, right? What is that? That's $600. You put in $20 and you turned it to $600, and all it did was go to $100. And you may be thinking, well, 30 cents to $100, Marcus, that's a pretty big jump. It is if you don't understand why the global and institutional adoption is going to impact the market so much. And one thing too, that we haven't had yet is the U.S. on board. We haven't had that yet. We haven't had the U.S. on board, right? So the banking system hasn't gotten that green light yet. Guys, when the banking system gets that green light from the government and Congress and these governing bodies, it's over with. Like it's not coming back. Yes, we'll make a correction and whatnot. I do believe that, but we have to just think about the scale of it. Like it's just like the chart. Like it's gonna scale up really high, and and then it's gonna maybe correct itself a little bit because the bubble will get big and people will get greedy, and whatnot, and then it'll have a nice correction. But one thing that won't change is the global adoption and the institutions and the businesses from the mom and pop all the way to the largest companies in the world. It's not going to change because then we talk about AI, right? And that's going to also then make this system more efficient. I can just see like it 5 to 7 years from now, completely different than what we're even seeing now, right? Um, so yeah, I was starting to go down a rabbit hole there because I get excited about this stuff because we really have a like insane like I'm so blessed to have this opportunity to be living right now. Like, can we just take that in for a moment? Like, yeah, some parts of it, and just like anything, the law of polarity, something that I've learned, which I love now. There's two sides to it. There's always two sides to it, right? And yeah, so like the side where we can benefit of it, and it's great. And there's also the side that you know sucks because people use meme coins and scam people and hack people and do all that type of stuff. But we're not worried about that. We're not worried about them. We control what we can control. There are ways to secure your cryptocurrency. There are ways to keep it secure. I personally have my cryptocurrency on an exchange right now, which is something I don't necessarily like. I do like having money on the exchange to be able to easily, purchase coins and whatnot. But now with it so easily integrated with, like Apple Pay, especially like Coinbase, that being a centralized exchange, just meaning it is governed differently than something that's decentralized. Decentralized, nobody's overseeing that, right? Nobody is really overseeing that. Um, and so, yeah, I can just use my Apple Pay and purchase coins when I'm on there. So I really don't need to have my anything on XRP. I mean anything on Coinbase. But what I want to do is get a cold wallet. So I don't have any recommendations for which cold wallet to get at this time. Maybe I will in the future. But I definitely will get a cold wallet. I've heard of Ledger. I've heard of them being good. Then I feel like I've also heard some negative reviews on them. So there's probably a ton at this point. But yeah, I just do your research on that. Definitely get yourself a cold wallet just so that you can be in control of your crypto. Say something goes down and they just shut the switch off on all of our technology, like to where we can't access it. That cold wallet will still have your cryptocurrency on it. You'll still be able to access it. You'll still be able to make purchases with it, even if they flip the switch on us. But that's pretty much what I want. Oh, let's get into this real quick. I know I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole there, but listen, if you're gonna be on this channel, you better get used to going in and out of a few rabbit holes, because when that brain starts to get thinking, it's kind of like a hamster on a hamster wheel. You gotta slow them down, slow down. But so what does governance mean? We're talking about all these large companies, Marcus. What the heck? What is even Hedera is governed by the world's leading organizations? What are they governing? How are they doing it? Why are they doing it? Right? And so let's see, code-based direction. Members of the Hedera Council share an equal vote in the direction of Hedera's software and services. Right? So I like that. So all these members within here, they share an equal vote to the direction of Hedera's software and services. Right? So I like that. That's super cool. Hedera improvements proposals provide the Hedera community with opportunities for input. So nice. Decentralized nodes. At scale, we anticipate thousands of public nodes joining to support the network's decentralized consensus and growth. Council members run the initial set of nodes on the Hedera network. And off the top of my head, I do not know what nodes mean. So we are going to pull up the exact definition of what they mean by nodes in crypto. All right, so node refers to a computer that is part of a blockchain network, responsible for storing a copy of the blockchain ledger, verifying transactions. Okay, nice. So you have the initial blockchain, and pretty much a node is connected to that blockchain, but it stores the copy of that blockchain and does transactions and does its own thing as well. So kind of just utilizing that blockchain while making a copy of it. Um, okay, that makes sense. Network stability, unlike other blockchains, Hedera ensures stability for end users and application owners with a no fork guarantee. No idea what that means. The Hedera Council achieves this through technical controls with state proofs. No idea what that means. Fair responsibility. All members have a 3-year maximum term with up to 2 consecutive terms and an equal vote on network and platform decisions. Interesting. So this part is really interesting too, because, say somebody, who was it? They're on their 3rd year. I think it was, let's just use WorldPay. WorldPay, they're on their 2nd term right now, right? Because it's a 2025, right? You can only be there for 3 years. They're on their 2nd term, so they obviously liked up to 2 consecutive terms. Um, yeah, so they won't be able to be a part of the governance next time around. But yeah, we're gonna move on. Like I said, as far as all the technicals in this part, pretty much what I do to understand what I'm not gonna do right now because I want to get in some other things. I would take all of this to ChatGPT, not necessarily copy and paste, but I'm getting there and I'm asking, it to explain to me what is a no fork guarantee and how can I understand it to apply to blockchain, right? And that way I can understand why a no fork guarantee is so important to network stability, right? Because then if I know why no fork guarantee is so important to network stability, if Hedera is the only cryptocurrency that's doing this and it provides a greater network stability than other cryptocurrencies, then I can see the value in that asset, right? So I really want to get into some of the stuff that I didn't know to be able to communicate with you guys, but there's some other stuff that I want to get into. So just go to hedera.com/council if you want to see some of this stuff again. But let me get into something else regarding Visa, right? Visa. I just discovered this once again yesterday. Let me see, make sure I ain't missing nothing on the chat. Cool. Visa. So let's do this. Visa. All right, so Visa they've already done this. They've been doing this for I'm gonna find the article I was looking at. Oh man. But they've basically created their own platform, right? So look, Visa introduces Visa's tokenized asset platform. So this article is from Visa. This is on Visa's page, usa.visa.com. This was on October 3rd. Okay. So one thing that I'm really big on is My sources. My sources are going to be credible. If I don't have a credible source, please call me out on it. Because I don't want to be looking at uncredible sources. Like I really am. I don't like when I don't find what I'm looking for on the company's page. Like when I see all this stuff, first of all, X, great, great place for information, but also terrible place for information because some of the stuff on there is just clickbait. There's people on there just trying to get likes because you said breaking news on it. No, and it's not even valid at all. It's not even true. Like you go look into it, it's not even true. It's not even verified at all, right? So I like looking on the direct page. Um, and so let's see where it says what it is. This is crazy. This is not the one that I wanted to participate in. No, this is not the article. Yeah, let's see. Oh, this one? Okay, here it is. All right. So this is just I just wanted to show what VTAP was and like what Visa says it is. All right. So it's a new Visa product that provides financial institutions the capabilities to issue and manage fiat-backed tokens on blockchain networks. Okay, so what does that mean? That means fiat, right? That's dollars, that's yen, that's won, that's the ruby, that's pesos. Those are fiat currencies, right? Um, Visa made a platform for those fiat currencies for financial institutions to back their fiat currencies to tokens on blockchain networks, right? Or known as what am I going to say? What is it known as? Stablecoin. That's what that is. A fiat backed token is a stable coin. The only thing is, like, our fiat's not backed by anything. So, like, I still, and I'm showing you this to, once again, institutional adoption. Institutional adoption. That's what I'm showing you. This isn't Visa. Everybody you pull out your wallet right now, you have at least a few Visas in your wallet right now. At least two. Everybody. And if you're over the age of 17, you probably have at least one. I would even say 16. You have at least one Visa in your pocket. And Visa is providing a platform for financial institutions. What are those, Marcus? Banks, hedge funds, financial institutions that deal with finance, right? Just follow the money. That's literally I'm going to say that all the time. And that's something that you've probably heard before, but follow the money. There's a reason why you've heard it before. Cliches are not cliche cliches are cliches for a reason. And that is like a cliche, right? Follow the money. Come on. But there's a reason. Follow the money. Visa, right? Pretty up there in terms of following the money. But then it goes into why use it. We are seeing an evolution of tokenization of fiat, with financial institutions around the world actively tokenizing on chain. What does actively mean? What does actively mean? That means they're doing it, right? It means they're doing it right now. When I'm actively on live, right? I'm doing it right now. They're institutions around the world are doing it right now. Global adoption, right? Number one, tokenized payments can enable enhanced transparency, capital efficiency, and improved liquidity. Utilizing blockchain as the settlement layer can help facilitate cross-border money movement and 24/7 availability programmable finance. I just had another thought. Programmable finance through smart contracts. Smart contracts are like the rules in which something needs to operate. That's what a smart contract is. It's the rules at which they want something to function. Like the smart contract will only do it that way, right? That's what the smart contract is. Um, Financial agreements and operate. So look at this. It's funny. They had an error. It's supposed to say automate. That's what it's supposed to say. It's not supposed to say automate. Contracts can automate financial agreements, and that's funny. Even a large company like that, that just reminds me. Sometimes I get a little. I try to make the perfect post or something like that, and then I post it, and I look back, and I made an error. I'm like, damn. Remember, everybody makes mistakes. Move on. Um, Real quick. So that's pretty much it for Visa, right? That's what I wanted to show for Visa. Um, Basically, the fact that they are creating their own platform for financial institutions to take their money, take their dollars, take their yen, take their won to their platform and turn it into a digital value of its equivalent, aka a stable coin, which is a term that you have to get familiar with. By the way, guys, um, give yourself more credit, please, because this stuff is not that hard. I'm not gonna say not that hard. When you spend a little time on it, VXT, you will understand it. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. You will understand it. Spend a little bit of time on it because I want us to understand the magnitude of this. Like this is not just something that we're just talking like that. I just want to talk about just because you know what I'm saying? Like this is a big deal for us to get involved with and to get knowledgeable about and to get prepared for, right? Because we do not want this to sneak up on us. Because first of all, if we don't understand when it sneaks up on us, like we're not gonna know what to do. We're not gonna know what to do. So spend a little bit of time, please. 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 15, right? When you're doom scroll on something that is matters, right? That's going to impact your future. Because guys, this stuff is going to impact our future financially for sure. And so that's really all I have for Visa. I had another thought while I was reading that, and um, it was about um, it was about WorldPay and HBAR, and there's a company called the FIS. The FIS used to own WorldPay. That's what I had a thought of. The FIS, the Fidelity National Information Services, previously owned. So that was literally just in 2024 that they did that. You're like, Marcus, why did you just bring that up? Because the FIS. The FIS provides banking software, payment processing, and outsourcing services to financial institutions, right? So that company owned WorldPay, who's now partnering with HBAR. So I know I just did a backflip on us there, but that popped into my head because it was something that I wanted to say because it has to do with institutional and global adoption. So anytime that I see governments or large companies connected to this stuff, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna let you guys know because it's important. Um, but I had one more thing that I wanted to go over specifically, um, and then I'm gonna get into just look over the U.S. news, kind of get my insight on what I'm seeing for the upcoming week when it comes to the macros for the U.S. Um, So we'll utilize TradingView, we'll utilize routers for that, and then I'll just give my perspective on it for a few minutes, and then go ahead and hop off here. I just want to take the time to just appreciate my little girl being asleep for as long as she has been, and I just hope that me saying that did not jinx it. So, but let me pull up this here. So one big thing when I'm thinking about this stuff, and I'm thinking, should I put my money into this? Where is this going? Is this just going to be quick profit? Am I just trying to take quick profit? You know, when I do get into profit, what's keeping me in? Like when I'm thinking about all that stuff, when I'm thinking about building out my portfolio for my 7-year plan, 10-year plan, when I'm thinking about the future for my family, when I'm thinking about all that stuff, like why crypto? Why crypto? I'm always going to trade because that's something that I can control now. So trading over time will be financial freedom for me, for sure. Absolutely, no doubt about it. But in terms of investing my money right now, these are investments, and they are only investments if they're assets. And to me, they are only assets if they have use case, right? If an asset is something that provides value, right? So not all these cryptocurrencies provide value to the marketplace, to business. They don't provide. Not all of them provide value, so I don't get in all of them, right? And I won't get in all of them. I'm not the biggest meme coin fan, but I do understand the risk to reward. Like you're able to put in $50 and with the potential to 10 or 10,000x your return. But then I just don't like how it really just puts a bad look on crypto, just because of the rug pulls and the scammers and all that type of stuff. It just puts a bad. It kind of like it did with the forex market, right? Think about the forex market back in. I'm out in AZ, right? AZ used to be one of the hottest places for like trading back when I was about like 5 years ago. 4 years ago, people were doing net, but it was all behind like this network marketing thing. And just from people that I've talked to, that is really what messed up the um enigma around trading in general in Arizona, which sucks because it hasn't gone anywhere and it hasn't changed since even before I was born, in terms of the forex market being legit, and trading being legit in general. Like of course people trust stocks and whatnot because they see what why do they trust that? They see it's globally adopted. It's institutional. They see it on the news. They see that, they know the companies, right? What if somebody actually knew that the freaking, you know, JP Morgan was one of the largest forex market players in the world? Like, people don't know that because that information is just not out there. It's not mainstream. And so what's also not out there, not mainstream, is the stuff with cryptocurrency. Um, like the stuff that we're looking at, and that I post on my story and I post on my page on, follow me, EHM Trades on Instagram. That's not stuff that you just see every day. Like stuff you have to actually seek out. And it's easy to scroll on Twitter, and Twitter's, like I said, a great or X, excuse me, is a great source for information. But it's all I do is just fact check everything. That way I'm not misinterpreting anything and its potential impact, right? I want to have just verified information. That's all it is. And then so the damn, lost my train of thought right there. But I was talking about the cryptocurrency. Okay, yeah, and the meme coin. So yeah, I'm not the biggest meme coin fan, but I do understand the value. I just wish it didn't give a bad look on crypto, just like it's done. Same with NFTs, bro. Like NFTs put a bad look on that, to the people that don't know. That's the thing. And that's the masses, right? So if you can influence the masses, you won, right? That side has won, right? And that's what has happened. The masses have been influenced, and that is something that we literally just talked about on our podcast. You know, that's going to be coming out on 2/1, 2/1. Just like market sentiment and that crowd behavior that has a great impact. And we have to remember to think for ourselves, all right? Analyze the information that we're hearing, analyze the sentiment, speculation, the news, the rumors, analyze all that, right? But make your own decisions, because ultimately you don't even know how people are forming their decisions and their beliefs. You don't even know. You don't even know where they could have got it from somebody else, that could have got it from somebody else, that could have got it from somebody else, that just heard some, sixth grader say it because they heard it on Fortnite. So but just go over things yourself. All right, that's my best advice. But you know, this crypto market's no joke for the ones that provide value. Same with NFTs. NFTs in the future, they'll make their emergence back on the marketplace again in terms of in the mainstream, because there'll be those ones with value, because digital assets will be a thing, like your mortgage, like your home. People selling homes, that's already a thing going on the blockchain. California, I seen this was like last year. They're putting registrations on the blockchain, right? I saw this video from, I think it was CNBC, and they were talking about just the future for agriculture, right? And that being on the blockchain, because all the blockchain is storing information and just more efficiently and more transparent, right? And just yeah, man, that's just like the scale of this stuff is insane. The scale of this stuff is insane. So that's what I think about when I think of this cryptocurrency stuff, right? And that's why I'm bought in. I'm bullish. I'm bullish on it, and that's why I'm bought in. And I'm willing to take that risk. Now I don't invest just every single thing I own, but I do. Um, I don't leave myself room for extra, just so it can be spent on things that just nonsense, right? Um, and nonsense could be fast food. It could be, a few drinks at, Circle K that you could have waited until you got home. Just the little stuff, man, that we overlook that add up over time. So I invest everything that I can, um, and then some. Like I'm willing to almost leave myself short to invest it into this right now, right? And because my income grows, I will continue to invest more. So I that's one area that I feel like that I've also matured in, is just being able to spend the money and put the money in the right places, right? Because at the end of the day, we want our money to make more money. Um, Myron Golden says something fire, and then I'm gonna get into the Sony stuff. Myron Golden said something. Let me think of it. He said, imagine if when you got your money, you held on to it longer, or I'm gonna find it actually, because I can't be quoting Myron Golden wrong. I can't be quoting him wrong. I'm gonna find it. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Not literally, but I'm gonna find it because it's in here, pretty recent. What's this one right here?
If you don't have an automated trading system, I can less than 3 days. In the world of digital currencies, where markets operate.
Hi, I'm Premium Wireless, $15 a month at Mint Mobile. When I premium
Another thing too, real
wireless,
quick.
$15 a month.
We should have been convinced about crypto. Like I personally, now I haven't had money in cryptocurrency this whole time. Like, 'cause like I said, maturity spending money in the wrong places, putting it where you should be. Like I don't even want to talk about how much money I should have put away, and not spent it on other things. Like I'm talking nonsense that really that this and then I found the video. I'm gonna get to the point, but we talked about this on our podcast, the butterfly effect, right? And how just one decision or each small decision over time, right? They have this major impact, and that we don't even know the impact that it could have, because we don't even know when it will have its impact. For real. Like follow along with me. And I get passionate when I talk on here, and when I really talk about things that matter to me and that really have changed my life and my way of thinking and my perspective and my ability to endure you know just failure and honesty and transparency, just all of it. Like so um when you see me on here, you know, oh, we're gonna get going. We're gonna get going. But damn, lost my train of thought. That would happen too. But that's gonna stop happening. But no, I was talking about butterfly effect and the one impact. So imagine if, and then I hear my little girl waking up now. So let me actually move forward on this, because I gotta show you this real quick. That's what happens when I be going down the rabbit holes. That's what happens, but it's all good. All right, so look at this. You see my screen now. So I type into Google Sony plus crypto, right? First thing that comes up is this, which that's fine, but I like when I see this, right? That's Sony. That's Sony themselves, right? Talking about Sonium, aiming for a world where Web3 use cases are part of daily life. August 23rd, 2024, right? Like, come on, that one statement alone coming from Sony, somebody who's been around ever since I've been alive, right? So let's see. The Sony Group has developed the blockchain Sonium, which is the infrastructure network, right? So it's like the network building, right? That forms the basis of Web3. In the future, we will explore and develop a plan to make the network available to the public, right? In the future, this is 2024. How soon in the future? We don't know. How far in the future? We don't know, but definitely in the future. And aim to create new services by leveraging the various businesses and IP within the Sony Group, so that Sonium becomes an infrastructure that everyone can use on a daily basis. Right? While the internet has contributed to improving convenience worldwide, it has led to the centralization of huge amount of information in the economic sphere online. Web3 makes it possible to decentralize more privacy, that concentrated power. Right? Come on, we know how they can. Our information's everywhere, right? That's why we have so many spam callers, right? Today, Web3 faces two challenges. The current community of Web3 technology and services is limited to a few core users, and there are numerous use cases that have yet to gain the traction to go mainstream with the general public. There are numerous use cases. There are numerous problems to be solved. There are numerous assets. That's what I'm looking at right there, right? Whoever's solving problems in this space and doing it at the highest level, they're going to be assets that have yet to gain traction and go mainstream. Okay, the creation of killer use cases is eagerly awaited. Sony Block Solutions Labs will continue to explore the provision and development of the blockchain Sonium in the future. Sonium is a public blockchain with an open network that anyone can participate in. By developing blockchain, which is the basic infrastructure of Web3, we would be able to provide comprehensive Web3 solutions from the infrastructure to the application layer rather than just providing partial services. Let's see here. I want to see, it was talking about, there's an article where it was talking about like actual video games too. So that's Sonium there. I did just see something a second ago though. I'm coming, mama. Damn, so if this is true right here, Chainlink today, the latest community news. Just want to make sure. So if this is true right here, which seems like, you know, a verifiable source, says that Sonium and Chainlink are collabing, and Chainlink is like the best at smart contracts, if I'm not mistaken. Like they like lead the way in smart contracts, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, so that's just an interesting partnership there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what I got today. Stop the share. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Appreciate the folks that look at this after, you know, I get off here. If you guys got any questions, drop it in the comments. Yeah, you know, I love talking about this stuff. You know, if Instagram, I might even just keep doing it on here instead. I like this better. I got my computer, I got my setup. So Instagram was being weird with me going live, but everything happens for a reason. So I'm glad I got to go on here, go live. We went over HBAR, World Pay, and just that partnership and what that even means and what World Pay is. You know, already operating in over 140 countries, doing, you know, 1 billion transactions per week. Right, already using stable coins. We went over and stable coins. We know that stable coins, which with VTAP is now a platform from Visa, right, that allows financial institutions to tokenize their fiat currency, which is AKA going to be a stable coin, right? Because all a stable coin is the fiat currency in a digital form, equal value, just in a digital form. That's all the stable coin is. But let's remember that fiat-backed tokens, aka stable coins, are still not backed by anything, right? So we need what we want to see, which we saw it from, I believe it was one of the senators of Wyoming, you know, talking about the potential Bitcoin strategic reserve. We want to see something backed by something of value so that our currency actually is backed by something, because right now the dollar is not backed by anything. And right now, outside of use case and whatnot, cryptocurrency is not necessarily backed by anything. And so, yeah, we want to keep that in mind with the VTAP. But once again, just the institutional adoption is a major, 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 major thing. We talked a little bit about Sony today, and just they're making their, first of all, they lead the way for video games when we talk of Sony and Microsoft. And so once that takes off, I saw an article. I'll share it. I got a freaking gnat in here. I'll share it on my Instagram page. Follow me on EHM Trades. I'll probably even share it within our Bloom community, which that link is in the bio. But I saw something about like GTA 6 being the, like, they just revolutionizing GTA 6 to use cryptocurrency in there to hold digital assets, like so many different things, and it's just so crazy where that space is going. So yeah, appreciate you guys hopping on. Appreciate you guys for listening to me ramble and crawling in and out of a few rabbit holes with me. Other than that, I'm EHM Trades, Bloom CEO Marcus. Don't you forget the Bloom part. You already know what it is. VXT. Appreciate Quinn, my boy QTG Trades. Follow him on Instagram, QTG Trades, providing this journey to you in the most transparent, passionate, and with the most humility, because we actually like care about our community, and we want to leave a positive impact on the generations below us, and even the ones we ride alongside by. So like I said, EHM Trades, Bloom CO Marcus, and I'm out. Peace.